Bro, mainstream science is quite literally a religion. So, like, people who subscribe to the idea of mainstream science, and I say mainstream science because science as a concept, I'm fully for. The idea that we don't know what we are, we don't know anything, I doubt, and let's figure it out. It's the opposite approach of, religious institutions that say, this is how it is, and believe it. It's supposed to be the opposite. I doubt everything, and I wish to know. But what science has turned into for the masses is just another religion. People will tell you, no, I believe in science. I believe in science. That makes you inherently unscientific. They'll say, no, I believe in the Big Bang. As if that's not a fucking miracle by God. They'll tell you with a straight face, yeah, the universe was really hot and dense in a singular point and then exploded into everything. As if that makes any fucking sense at all. Sure, it might be true, but that doesn't explain away the absurdity of it. That doesn't make any more logical sense than a divine creator. And I don't even subscribe to a religion. I'm not Christian, I'm not Catholic, I'm not fucking Hindu. But I can see the absurdity of either side. Science at its core is a seeking. Is very spiritual, actually. It's the Western approach to spirituality, of seeking what is the truth. But it's very easy to be hijacked into religious context. A lot of atheists are a lot more like religious people than they realize. God has become celebrities, influencers. I've seen it with the masses where they praise these people. They jump up and down in massive crowds and scream their names. Bro, this is worship. This is what people used to do when worshipping their gods, and now you're doing it to another human being. People worship fucking Beyonce like she's fucking Jesus. People worship scientists like they know, like they're holier than thou. It's the same mindset. There is a place in the human psyche which is reserved for higher power, divinity. And because humans have lost that sense of religion, that organizing principle, that place of power which tells you this is that divine spark, we've lost that. So that same place in the psyche is being given to influencers, celebrities, Andrew Tate, fucking Beyonce, fucking Clavicula. These people being treated like gods. And it just comes down to that indoctrination humans have had for thousands of years. It may look like we've lost religion. It may look like God is dead. But it's not. It's just being given to a new avenue of power. You can say it's better or worse. It doesn't really matter. It still exists. And I think that just comes down to humanity being in a point of evolution, to where we're overcoming this need for organizing religion. And because we're in a transitory period where we're transitioning from organized religion to self-religion, to being able to find the answers yourself. But we still have that thousands of years of programming that teaches us to, look up to a higher power, that teaches us to follow the rules, that teaches us to listen to others and take their opinion as fact. It was a very religious mindset. It still exists in the atheist. It's just being outsourced to new avenues of, I believe in science. I follow these gods. I worship. All of this shit. is still there in the psyche. But I'm very optimistic in this point of human evolution to be able to transcend this need. Because there's 3 levels of freedom. The first one being freedom from. Because humanity has been trapped in this power of religion and being controlled in such a way, humans naturally rebel. Humans naturally want to be free from that. And that's why all revolutions never work, because it's freedom from. It's a very negative form of freedom. It's a very ugly form of freedom. Or you see it in like the girl who's raised super religious, and then she gets with some real edgy guy to rebel against her parents. It's not that she likes this guy. It's that she simply wants to be free from the chains of her parents. And it's a very ugly form of freedom, and it will never give you peace. It will never give you a true sense of freedom. And you also see it today with escaping the matrix. It's never going to work out for you. As soon as you escape, now what do? You're just going to end up there with a lot of money, not knowing where to go from there. Because it's freedom from. It's a negative form of freedom. The next level of freedom is freedom for. It's no longer, I want to escape this thing. It's, I want to get to this thing. You see it with artistic people, poetic people, where they say, I want to be an artist. I don't care that I'm going to be broke. I don't care that my parents want me to be a doctor, is what I'm going to do. Or you see it with, like, a YouTuber. The parents tell him, you have to go to university. You have to do this. But their passion, their want, is to do influencing or social media, whatever. It's a more positive form of freedom. It's much more beautiful. You're not trying to escape anything. You just want to do this thing. It's your inner calling, and that can give you a sense of freedom. Free to do what you want, regardless of everything. But there will come a time where this too ceases to quench that thirst for freedom. And then you'll be trapped, not really knowing where to go from there. Your whole life you were seeking this thing. And then to really get the highest form of freedom, true freedom, you must begin to seek within yourself. Seek, who is it that is seeking this freedom? Who am I? And that is where you can find the highest form of freedom. You're neither freedom from nor freedom for. You're transcendent of both. No matter what you experience in life, no matter what life throws at you, you are free. It does not matter. This is the highest freedom. Moksha. The kingdom of heaven. Knowing thyself. And only in this freedom will true peace, compassion, love, bliss, joy actually be found. Because it's not freedom that can be taken from you. It's not freedom that can be given to you. It's not freedom that can be gained. It's just there when all else ceases. Started yapping. I forgot what I was even talking about. Science. Yeah. So all we're going from is freedom from, which was the religion. We're trying to escape that. But we still have some residual effects left over. And then next we're kind of moving into freedom for, where we're no longer trying to escape religion. We've kind of gotten to that point, and we're kind of trapped in this stalemate. It's very cold. Like, they talk about like a mental crisis happening. It's not, it's a spiritual crisis completely. The mental effects, everyone's depressed. We're in a silent depression. That's just a what's the word? That's just a result of the spiritual crisis. It's not the word I was looking for, but I couldn't think of it. So we're lost in this spiritual crisis because we have always been trying to get free from, escape slavery, escape religion, escape all this doctrination. And now we're in a stalemate of, okay, we're free from that. Now what? And that's when humanity will begin to move into freedom 4. So it's no longer, I want to escape this. I want to be able to do this. It's a higher freedom. And there definitely will be a lot more joy to be found. But I look forward to the day where humanity at scale begins to look deeper within themselves and find the highest freedom. A day where, figures like Jesus, Buddha, Krishna, Bodhidharma, Lao Tzu, these people are no longer, once in a lifetime. They're no longer centuries apart, spreading a great message. They can be common people. 1 out of every 10. Every household has someone like this. A great philosopher like Socrates. This doesn't have to be a great man remembered for centuries. They could be simple people, forgotten in time, because they're really not important. But they show humanity a potential that we have. And I look forward to the day where that becomes more of a normal thing, more of a typical person. As we move away from the religious mindset that we've been trapped in, because it's still there, but I can see we're slowly moving out of that into a more positive direction. And I'm excited to see what happens.